It was the dawn of the 20th.
Alright, I think we'll get started here quite a bit earlier than usual, but, you know, kind of on top of the ball today, I guess. So. Alright, so, last time what we ended up doing was a lot of some of the boring stuff, you know, getting all of our suits outfitted and small containers set up. This time, what we definitely want to do is head out to Broken Marble. And in Broken Marble, excuse me, Broken Marble has a lot of the stuff that we're going to really want. Check up on the base here, make sure we're all good. Excuse me. Yeah, everything's fine. Sure. Good. Alright, good enough. It's quick. All good. Over here. Alright. Yeah, so I think we are good to head out and see what we can get. We're also going to need to, at some point here, start filling our storage facility, but yeah. Interesting. What's the settings to enable jump pack? Jetpack. Interesting. I'll be right back. I'm gonna log out real quick. What a great way to start the stream. Bugs! Yay! Hopefully a simple log out, log in will fix it, but we'll see. If it doesn't, I might just have to restart the server, which I really don't want to have to do, but if I need to, I will. Only other option that I think we have... Oh, nope, jetpack is enabled. Now. Baggy. Okay, well, whatever. We're, looks like we're good to go. Although my health is not so good. Holy crap. Looking down 23%. That was not fun. As you can see, like, the colors are all kind of muted. Use that, health comes back, colors start coming back a little bit more clear. I have to use 2 more. Lord. Yeah, no kidding, right, Kalen? Alright, well, whatever. We're all good to go again. I think. right now I am going to pressurize this guy just because I can. No other reason, just, you know, I can. Actually, that can be turned off because we don't need that running right now. No reason to turn that on. Spare jetpack. We're all set. Let's go. Alright. We are all good on oxygen and RCS for these guys. So, where we are going is this guy. Broken Marble. Moon. Hey, look at that power section. That's one of the things that, hopefully it has the correct thing I'm looking for. The other module that I do want. If we can get the power module, then we are basically set to go for this outpost. There's nothing further to attach to it, really. We can attach a couple other things, but we really don't need to. So probably won't, because the more you attach to it, the laggier things get. If we need to at some point, I might end up attaching some more storage containers, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But I don't think we need to deal with it right now. 2 seconds. Try to save you guys the eye strain of looking at that. Come back here and watch the ETA countdown. Yeah, so what I'm really looking for tonight is the power module would be nice to get. If we don't get it, then we don't get it, whatever. It's not a big deal. We don't necessarily need it at the moment. We will when we start doing a lot of mining. But I'm probably going to set up an actual mining outpost for that. Of course, I didn't toggle my recording. Anyway, the other thing we're looking for is circuitry, because circuitry will allow us to get the tier 2 suit. The Proteus suit is what it's called. That will allow us to actually do some substantial loot runs. It's basically 3 jetpacks in one, as far as like how long you can stay out. So definitely something that we want to get. Then the other thing that I really want to get, and it does look like there is a power module on here. Sweet. Anyway, the other thing that it will allow us to, or that I want to get, is the Mark IV Singularity Cell Detonator. Okay, I did bring it. Because that guy will allow us to actually jump to other planets. And that will be much fun, because in the other planets we can go ahead and get, if we are very lucky. I spent a long time in my first playthrough of this, just by myself, trying to find it, but I only saw it one time, and I had a grand total of 30 seconds to jump, get to, and dock with, and jump out before running into a planet. Argus. Which is what used to be the starting ship. It's, in some ways it's better, in some ways it's not. The downside of it is that it uses jump fuel a lot faster, your warp cells, which it sucks, but you can also put 3 warp cells in it. It's got a heck of a lot more storage. It's a 2-layer ship. It also has a cargo bay that opens up to the outside, so it's a very nice ship for mining with, which is specifically what I want it for. Like I said, it has a lot of storage capacity compared to this thing. This thing has, the Stereops has a decent amount, but it's not, you know, amazing like what the Argus is. So one of the key things we're looking for, again, is circuitry. things that have circuits in them. Oh, this has nothing on it. Yay! Not really. I see 2 health kits in here, which is nice since, you know, we had to use like 3 of them. That is a Mark 9, not interested. Oh, I did not mean to grab that. Go away. We'll take the ammo though. Making sure. Yeah, Mark 9. Not interested in the Mark 9s. We've got 3 full sets, 1 on the ship, which isn't really gonna do us any good sitting on the ship, but you know. And 2 back at base, and I saw sparking. I figure I'm just gonna repair this all up as I'm going because save me time later. Now hopefully either by the end of the week or next week sometime I should be able to have my face cam set up, which will be nice. I've got a good camera, I got a green screen, and I'm finishing building the green screen stand for it, so that'll be cool. One thing to note about power modules, when you come into them in like higher tier areas or in named places, turret location. There is a second turret location in here, I believe, somewhere? Maybe not. Maybe it's just the one. But it can surprise you quite a bit. Had that happen to me before. It was not the funnest experience, but you know. It's also got 4 charging ports, which is nice for doing en masse charging. So, this thing here, this is where all the module slots go. This one in the section on the left here, this guy, there's 2 catalyst spots on that. There's 2 more over here. There's a resource injector, and right above that is the core containment field module upgrade. So with all of that, this thing can have a substantial amount. So like 150k capacitor can get up to, was it 300 or is it might be more than that? I don't remember. But base output is 500. Got 4 slots for catalysts. This can get up to 2500 output. And this 0.6 an hour of helium-3 that it uses when it's running actually goes to, if you have the Mark IV resource injector, it goes down to like 0.1. I think it's like 0.15. Must be less than that. It's something like that. It's really good on resources. One mining run will supply it for a long period of time. Yeah, open though. That's a nice little bug. Sometimes you'll run into these where you just doesn't want to let you open them, which kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. So early game tip for y'all, if you are looking for warp cells or singularity cell detonators, as you can see there's a warp cell to the left there and a singularity cell detonator right here. The power sections are what you are looking for. Almost every single time you will find at least 1 warp cell on it. I've actually had some where I've found 3. Now they're not full warp cells, keep that in mind, but it'll do for the time being until you can get better, which we will start getting into that fairly soon here, but in order to really start doing that, I want to go mining. Oh, there's 2 suits here. Surprising. And I'll showcase the mining, but I want to get a little bit more outfitted before I go and do mining. No, it's just... Hold there. I thought that right there was a better plating. Not. Alright, what do we got in here? Please give me some circuitry on this guy. Seeing nothing. I see broken armature up on top, which I don't even want to grab. Takes up so much room. I guess I could grab up to 3 of them. Grabbing more than that. Nothing. Anything there? And yet again, that sun is blinding. There's a shattered plating, 2 shattered platings. I will grab those because the fibers are really nice to have, especially when you start making the carbon filters. You'll burn through your carbon fibers pretty quick. More spots in here somewhere. Keep forgetting where these last 2 are. Oh, nope, they're there. 2 more shattered platings. I don't mind grabbing up the shattered platings. They fit in small slots on the ship, so. But if you remember from last stream, well, a couple of things that I'm looking for would be losing track of what I'm doing. Ooh, there's a circuit. Is the batteries and more raw resource containers. But batteries are definitely things that we need in order to fully finish outfitting our mining ship. And like I said, once we do the mining ship, then we can actually go out and showcase that portion of it. I mean, I guess I could right now. I think I have 3 batteries, which would be enough for 6 raw resource containers. But if I'm going out, I'd like to do a full run, especially with it being as kind of random as it is. And that's going to be changing in the next update. Each asteroid, or each asteroid that you go to in the asteroid belt, will have each of the different resources, but they actually deplete in a not fast manner, but it's based on nodes instead of like this words. This asteroid has this resource in 1,000,000 units. Well, that's great. I'm never going to mine 1,000,000 units, and that is right where I need to go. Oh, here. Come on, door. Okay, I'll open you manually. I want you to go away. Detach the derelict portions. Bounce around. Smack my head on the ceiling a couple times. That's good for the brain cells. Ooh. No, go back. There we go. And that piece is gone. Now let's go get our ship attached up and get this puppy back home. Ah! And with that, that will be the final piece of the base that I am looking for. After this, it is purely looting and gearing up, which is awesome. Mainly circuits. Once we have circuits, we are golden. Oh, I gotta check our warp cells, see how we're doing on those, because I might need to get a little bit more in the way of warp fuel, like a large container of warp fuel, because getting out to the other place takes a little bit of power. It really does. And then once we get out there, we'll go ahead and set up a mobile base. Yeah. What are brain cells? Apparently something that this guy is lacking now. Where is... Okay, so... I want this guy. Match speed with that guy. There we go. Alright. Something like... Oh god, I'm seeing debris. That scares me. Something. This area is not too bad for debris fields. I mean, even if you get caught in one, it's really not bad. And plus, we We did a bunch of repairing on this already, so it's not really anything to be concerned about. If this was Everest Station, I would be very concerned, because that's when you have like mini skyscrapers coming at you to smash you in the face, and it's not fun. Yeah, our ship's getting a little bit damaged already. That's fine. Ah, that is not fine. That was not fine. I think that was a piece of debris. Yep, that was definitely a piece of debris. Okay, let's let's hurry this up a bit. That notification that you just saw on the left side, that was almost impossible to read due to the sun and me being in this interface, would happen to be my solar panels are non-functional at the moment, which is not overly good. But we're gonna have this guy now. Yeah, we're at 88%, really not bad. Debris field, joys. So y'all got to see me getting hit by a piece of debris, which is fun. Spare stereops. Yeah. 2 spare stereops here. Now there are rumors that you can actually find the Argus here, but I spent probably 16 hours around here looking for one, and I never found a single one. So yeah, I'm not overly convinced that you can find them here. But apparently they do spawn. Just some food for thought. Now hopefully we can warp out of here before we get smashed by some more debris. I was originally planning on warping around with this thing still attached to me to go and get more loot, but apparently not. The game does not want me to do that. Alright, so while we're doing that, interesting, it told me unstable orbit, but okay. That's cool. Oh, that's for if you were to stop immediately, that would be your orbit. Which you can get some really weird orbits. I do not recommend it because, yeah. Anyway, so this is the planet we're at right now. As you can see, there's 6 other planets and the sun. Out here, you have to be very careful out here. Out here, you're far enough away where the sun does not power any solar modules. You need to have a power module, or else you have no power. You get yourself out there and nope, you're kind of screwed. And of course it's screwed up again. Sometimes I hate this, where it doesn't quite warp to the right location, and of course it's on the other side. Why did you do that to me? 2. If we... Ah! Fine. So 2-point warp then. Yeah, I should be able to do that. Watch here, I won't be able to actually warp from that point too. I don't know why it does that sometimes, where it just like it sends you to the wrong point in your orbit that you're looking for. But it's sometimes a bug that you get, unless of course I'm just doing something wrong, and if anyone knows, please let me know, but I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. Of course, if I knew I was doing something wrong, I'd do better, so, you know. So if you haven't noticed, this is a good portion of the game, like jumping around to do things. Which, that's one of the reasons why I really want to get here power up, because I would like to have some additional power. Oh, that's right. Like, why aren't we where I want to be? Oh, that's because I didn't jump to where I want to be. And here I was originally on top of things, not so much anymore. Ooh, really? Oh. Oh, we're almost out of power. That's why. That was okay. I gotcha. Well, in any event, let's we're here. We might as well loot this place while we wait for our power to restore itself. Plus, I can go out and repair my ship. So that's one of the downsides about using the higher tier singularity cell detonators. It gives you higher warp stages that you can do, but that also causes you to have a higher energy consumption, which I guess it's a trade-off, but you use less warp cell. You're warping faster. It's, you know, everything has to have its trade-offs. So. I think I would call that good. Anything I want to drop off? Yeah, a couple things. Throw this stuff on here, empty out our inventory in case we actually find something we want to take. Here. Throw you on here. Ammo. Kind of had to get out of the last place in a hurry, so I only have a chance to unload everything. Now, with how little that debris did, we could have just, you know, waited it out, but I really didn't want to. Let's go and take a look at the damage on our ship quick. The other thing about being here is that I can show you how it looks to orbit burner, which freaks me out every single time. Like, there's burner, it scares me every time because yeah, it looks like you're about to crash. It really does. Thank you. I didn't realize I had those on. Then we have to come back here. Thought it said that my solars were damaged. I guess my solars are not damaged. Hey. Must have been giving me that notification because I had my lights on and then they stopped working because damage. Okay. Habitat module, the least enticing of all the sections. As 2 modules like what you woke up in, really isn't a whole lot in them. But we're here, we might as well go ahead and see what we can loot. Plating. Or 2 on. Oh, over here. I see nothing. Yeah, that's debris field again. God. That's annoying. There's another. Oh, 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 there we go. Not gonna pass that up. Okay, see. Look at the planet. Or the moon. This is what freaks me out. You almost enter the atmosphere every time. And it scares the crap out of me. Because that is a very, very, very close celestial body. But then we get away from it, so it's okay. And it's not overly wise to be going in to loot a place inside a debris field, but looks like we're already out, so it's okay. Okay, so habitat modules are also another decent place to get warp cells. Yeah, I know, right? They did a fantastic job with the sense of urgency for some of this, like this area specifically. Oh, look at that. There's a basketball. There's a hoop that you can get too, which we'll probably run across. And a coffee maker. You want to decorate a little bit. Although they don't really have good places to put those, so I'm going to ignore it. And I think I see a hoop already. Yep, there's a hoop right up here. You can actually like sit there and play basketball for a while and pass the ball back and forth between people. It's kind of cool that they have that in. And another basketball, another small canister. I don't care about either at the moment. There's a health kit. I will take that. Net positive gain for health kits. Open sesame. Alright. Better plating. Broken armatures. Oh, good lord. Okay. Got a lot of health kits. We are not hurting on them at all anymore. So there you go. If you're looking for health kits, habitat modules are a good place. Also, you know, you can get a pretty decent view of Burner from inside here if you are ballsy enough to do it. Me, I just don't like Burner. Stop moving. There we go. Yeah, so each different areas does have the things that it's good at, and this one has absolutely nothing, which is surprising. Another coffee maker, excuse me, another jetpack. I'm not going to take it. We don't really have any more. Well, we do have some room for it back at the base, but don't really need it at all. You can, like I said, you can occasionally find posters in these areas, not very often. That's about it. So there really is not a whole lot here. There's health. There's the small I see something that I missed that I do want. Carbon filter. I'm gonna take that. Alright. Now, pretty much everything that you get from these derelicts is going to be damaged. Like if we take a look at carbon filters at 22%. So they don't last long. You're better off making them yourself, but in the beginning, before you have the resources to make your own stuff, looting these things is a great option. Alright, we should be good on power. I would certainly hope so. Power module back home, attach it up, and then hopefully go find some more circuits, because we need more circuits. I want to go to some of the other places and show you guys those. I've actually never been to, only been to 3 planets. This one, Athnar, which is where the Argus can spawn at, which will make a stop there. If I get one, I will be exuberant. And then the other place is, it was closer to the sun. There is what's called a doomed outpost that occasionally spawns there. It is, as the name says, doomed. It's in an orbit that will collide with the planet at some point. Usually you have I think when I did it, I had about 20 to 30 minutes, something like that, before, you know, collision with the planet. So, actually, here's an interesting thing for you. These fried electronics can only fit in small slots, so these shattered platings can go in smalls or mediums. So if you want, you can use the fried electronics to find out which things are smalls when you're in that inventory. I kind of wish they gave some kind of an indication as to what's what. But, event, well, let me go. Is it going to take me through the? It's going to take me through the damn planet. Fine. That will not take me through the planet. Let us go. As you can see, this warp cell is getting rather low, and this was a full warp cell when we started the game. Now, granted, that was quite a while ago. I think I have recorded or streamed 7 hours of this now, plus what we've done tonight, and we've done a lot of jumps. No, not a lot, but we've done a decent number of jumps. So it's definitely something you want to be on the lookout for. As you can see, I always keep a bunch of warp cells here just so that way I have them when I need them, because you will need them. You do burn through it pretty quick. But the shorter the jumps that you make, the better you are for consumption rates. So if once we can get that, the Mark IV, Mark IV singularity cell detonator, we'll be doing like most of these jumps that are about a minute or so. Yeah, they drop down to like 10 seconds. Let's see. Is there any... It's on my ship. Thank you. What do we have around here? CRM. CRM is up there, fan. I think that is a corridor module. Production sections. ESM. Pretty sure that's a power supply module, like what we just grabbed. Productions. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna jump over to this production one, because they usually are very, very good. Oh, look at that. A 1 second jump. Haha. They are usually very good for circuitry. I think I said that in one of the first ones, and I said that last time too, but we got nothing from it last time, which made me look like an idiot. But, you know, it is what it is. That guy's behind us. This one has a fabrication module. I think this is actually the same style as what we got our first fabrication module, or our fabrication module from. Now, one thing to note, we do want to be collecting the refined containers as well. I don't usually use them a whole lot, but I will use them when we go to the other planets. As far as I know, this is the only planet that has an asteroid belt for mining. So, yeah. Definitely need to have some way of getting resources out there, which will be looting the storage modules. There's actually quite a few of them out there. There's also modules out there that I've never seen here. They can spawn in Ever Station, and those would be the industrial container modules. On the back side of the storage module, there is actually on. There is 4 slots. I'll show you when we get back, but you can attach those industrial container modules to it. They have a storage capacity of 1,000. You can also take those with you on your ship. They have an anchor point, obviously, so that way you can move them. But they're a good way of going and looting, especially if you were talking about like a PvP scenario. You're going to someone's power storage module, and you want to take a bunch of stuff back with you. You can have all the individual containers, but you can also take an industrial container unit to go and grab more stuff. Here's where they're really good at. The alloys, carbon fibers, and circuits, those don't fit in refined resource containers. They also do not fit in raw resource containers. The only way to take them from somebody else would be to take an industrial container unit. I see a battery. Here's what this will break down to. Not worth taking. Come on. A little closer. There we go. So yeah, that's something to be aware of. Industrial container units are fantastic to have. Probably use a little bit of a top off on whatever this actually has. No, to the other one. Go away. Just pure nitro. Not exactly what I was hoping for. Oop. That is ammo for the crappy rifle. But it is cheap, which is the benefit of it. Oop. Oh, resource container. Yes, please. Need more of them. Oh, more of them. Yay. I need more. Give me more. Why is there nothing here? I feel like I'm missing things. Okay, look at it when we get out. Helmet, garbage. Alright, share plate. Oh, there we go. Damage transfer. Oh, beautiful. PDU. Really need that. Yeah, we'll take that. No, I'm not going to take a second one. I kind of want to take another one, but there's no reason whatsoever to take more than one because I'm playing basically by myself. There's nothing in here. Okay. Light on. Well, I need the light out here. Oop, there we go. We'll take that. You. Yeah, should be fine to grab that. One thing to note is that if you have your hands full, I think you can still pick things up. Yep, you can pick things up. You can also push buttons, but I could not undock it. I could not use this door control because it is a lever-based door control. Or no. I might be able to do that. But I know that you cannot use, like, touchpads when your hands are full. And we need to come back for that other raw resource container. Okay. I know I'm coming back in here. So, run this stuff back to the ship real quick.
Ecstasy is a street name for the drug methylene deoxymethamphetamine, MDMA, an amphetamine-based synthetic drug with euphoric effects. Stimulant drugs speed up the messages between the brain and the body and can make a person feel more awake, alert, confident, or energetic. Tick, 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 or energetic.
Ow. Not really, but you know. Out of there. Kind of want to just get everything out of my inventory. Not that it matters too much. There shouldn't be a whole lot left to loot, but you know, it never hurts to. Or it's be on the safe side. One refined resource canister. That side. No, I didn't check this outside of this, so I'll do that real quick while I'm still thinking about it. Anything there? See the two shattered platings. Oop, oxygen's getting low. I just gotta swap out to a new suit for now. Well, we're almost. Need to do that. Put on. Oh, there we go. That's what I like to see. Ruptured insulator. No, no, no. Come here. Thank you. I like those ruptured insulators. Wait a second. Anything else? Not looking like it. So, position a little bit and start moving to the other side here. Alright, so, ruptured insulator. Not the greatest, but I mean, it's another 2 circuits, which we desperately need circuits right now. Once we have enough circuits to, you know, really get going, then we'll be set, but we just have to get enough to get going. The burned PDUs, like you saw that we got inside, those are the best for, well, quite frankly, everything. More circuits, that's awesome. Raw resource canister inside. I got room on the ship for one more of these. Fried electronics. Ooh, this was definitely a good haul for fried electronics. I'm sorry, for circuits. This guy, and we are good to go. Oxygen is definitely low. I'm just gonna grab one of the small canisters. They're a lot easier to transport. I also don't need a huge amount for now. That up. And we'll repressurize it. That is on with the carbon filter going to town, keeping the area clean. And you know what? Ah, screw it. Fully charged. We're good to go. There. You can go there. Alright, let's get ourselves back. Oh, try to do something. It just does not want to work. Section over there as well. Oh, that was weird. Oh. Up there. Sure. Let's do that. You know, all I want to do is get this power module back home, but apparently it doesn't want me to do that. Yes, that's fine. We'll just go loot some more stuff. all this stuff out of our inventory. So it looks like we have... Wait. It looks like we have the 3 good types of stuff on us already. So I showed you guys the Ruptured Insulator. 23 carbon fibers, 2 circuits. Then we have the Damaged Transistor. 32 alloys, 2 circuits. Another 2 circuits, that's good. Burnt PDU, 4 circuits. 28 alloys, 18 carbon fibers. That's, as far as I'm aware, the king for getting circuits. So right here we got what? 2, 4, 8, 13 circuits on us. Oh, beautiful. Oop, oh, lag. Okay, we're good. You know, I kind of want to go over to the life support section. I don't think I've showed you guys the life support sections at all. Those are kind of fun too. They're actually useful. Yeah, no kidding. That lag was pretty bad. Yeah, it is a lot of times. The life support sections are actually really cool. They're really nice when you have a larger group that you're playing with. Each one has space for 4 people. It also has an air generator and air filter. There's both of those in it. However, the thing that doesn't have, and this is where the outpost actually wins out, is life support modules don't have a cargo interface. The only things that have cargo interfaces is the outpost, which is what you start at, which is your haven, and the cargo modules, the storage modules. At least as far as I'm aware, those are the only things that have the cargo interfaces. And you need to have a cargo interface, otherwise you cannot refuel anything. Like, you can't refill your oxygen, you can't refill your RCS, your ship's RCS, any of that. Like, you have to have a cargo terminal. I guess that's not 100% true. The fabrication module also does, but its inventory is minuscule, like 200. The outpost has 1,000, and the cargo module, the storage module, has 6,000. What do we have in nothing in there. Nothing that I want. Not even any containers. You're killing me, game. Okay, there's a refining container. I will take that. I know I probably missed these in the other places, but they 90% of the time they do not have anything. Oh, there's a raw container. I'll take that. Oh, bump. I am having a hard time controlling myself tonight. At least compared to normal. Anything at all want to take? That's it. That was a pretty weak haul, but well, still more cargo containers, resource containers, I should say. Suit, don't care. Is that? And again, when those don't open, you just have to use your, yeah, I saw the crow weather. You just have to use your proximity loot to look at them. Another jetpack, don't really care about it right now, but those things can, the ones that you find can just save your life sometimes. like the scenario we were just in, where, hey, we're just about out of, you know, everything. RCS and oxygen and all that. You can come to places like this and find some. Shattered plating there? That's shattered plating. I'll go ahead and take that. Is there anything over there? Nothing. Okay. Now, hopefully I didn't waste enough time here to where I can't do an actual jump again to my haven. I do like 6 jumps because every time I jump it puts me in the wrong place, or I can't get to it, or we decide to do some looting and have to do another jump to get to a place we can get back home, and that's okay. All part of the fun. We got circuits out of it, so I'm okay. I'm not even going to bother with pressurizing right now. I just want to get out of here. Yes, 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 we can. Haha. There. Alright, we got 12 seconds, we're good. Perfect. Couple seconds to spare too. How long is this jump? Oh, pay attention. 37 seconds. Save you guys the eye strain. I was gonna say, wait a minute. Okay. Just a little bit further away. Light. That's okay though. Much. Get a lateral down to next to nothing here. There we go. And bump our speed up a bit. That'll do. I want to be a little careful because I've got a giant weight attached to my bum in the form of a power module. And when you have a lot of additional weight, it takes a little bit longer to speed up and slow down. So yeah, really don't want to run into my station. That is like the opposite of what I would like. I see some sparking over there, which I think is just the cargo module's normal behavior. In fact, that is the cargo module. This is good. And I think I am... Yes, I am underneath the station. Reduce our forward momentum. Start going up. And I need to relog anyway because the actual outpost portion is not showing up. Hence the disconnected fabrication module and additional stereops. Yay. But I'll get this relatively into position first. Is going to go on the remaining section or patch for the command module. Kind of where I want to be at. Move our directional. and just get there with lateral. Now, I want to go closer to it. Stay about this distance. Or I want to get kind of lined up with this thing, and this thing has a lot more power than what the RCS on individual modules have. Now, so I can match speed with it. And then we'll do the real quick old log out, log back in again routine. Which I have to say is really not my favorite part of this game. Especially since how frequently you have to do it. Maybe that's just something with my setup, I don't really know, but give me 1 second. I will do the old log out, log in. I'm really thinking of getting subscription to Pretzel as well, so that way it stops spamming my channel with all kinds of things. I have in the top left what's playing already. Isn't that good enough? Alright, there we go. Good tip. Moving your station to a higher orbit will hide it from other players. Very good tip. Ugh. Alright. We are detached. Door. Let's go attach this. So, is the RCS control, docking control, say. Oh, see some damage on the outside there that needs to be fixed. There's some on the ceiling as well inside, which picks up once we get this attached. Alright. We are on the correct one. Up, stop our lateral movement for now. Get ourselves a little distance from the stereops. Don't have to get too much, but you know, a little bit so we don't have to go chasing it down. It's one of my least favorite games. Chase the stereops. Yay! Alright, let's start getting this into position. I think, like, before I do all that, I want to, no, just a little bit. I want to make sure that I am thinking this is positioned the way it actually is positioned. Where is the other door? That's the other door. That's what I want to attach, not the one that I currently have. What does this say? Go with grass ever eating Ishtos thing? Alright. I want this one to attach. Means I want to turn to the right. Thank God I noticed that before we got to the station. That would have sucked. Stop your upwards movement. Okay. Reposition ourselves. Much. Not like it really matters. It's close enough. So, there, and resume our approach. Over because I'm a little bit cockeyed. Like that. Just a little bit up. Not much at all. And again, we shouldn't have to be doing any more of this really because, you know, we have basically all the modules that we need now. This will make sure that we have all the power to do whatever we want. All the refining needs that we want, you know, all of that. But when I go out to another station like Athenor or something like that, when I set up a base out there for looking for the Argus, I'll show you all how to do, where to find the solar modules, what they're called in the list when you're looking on the galaxy map, so that way you can actually find those if that's the way that you decide you want to go about it. And that's probably what I'll end up doing when I go out there, just because it's something different. But, and like I said, I also need to make a mining setup, which will be something that I can just dock onto and take with me, which will more than likely be a power module, a storage module, and really that's about it. Doesn't really need anything else. This is all attached. Let's get our ship attached to its rightful home, the cargo module. As annoying as all the docking is, it is something that you want to get good at, because you do quite a lot of it in this game. Quite a lot. Alright, back on board. And by all rights, I really do need to get better at fast docking. I'm not terrible, but I would like to get a little bit better at being able to dock quickly. So that's going to be a very, very important thing to do when we are looking for the we're out looking for the Argus. Because a lot of times, from what I hear, you have anywhere from a couple minutes to maybe 30 seconds, and that's about it. So, if I can get really, really good at docking quickly, then we can get that with less problems. All attached up there. We have the power module. The power module should be functioning. You can actually access, once you're connected, you can access everything here. It's not running. Why are you not running? I want you to run. You are on. Surprisingly, oh, it's turning on. It has a little bit of a boot up time. Okay, give that a second. Still powering up. Come on. There we go. Now you're online, and we've got a surplus. Cool. So... oh. Excuse me. We want to take everything that has circuitry in it. So all of this stuff. I'll take the catalyst to... oop, that was not what I wanted. So there we go. Apparently V is punch. Good to know. Alright, then we'll take any of these shatter platings that we can. That's one too many. Okay. And we can take one of these guys, which will do 5 more for the next trip. Perfect. Light on at the moment. Go. Unload this stuff quick. find? Do we find here? The refines. Drop we do have quite a few finds. Nice. So, unfortunately, we're not going to have enough circuits to do everything that I want to do, but we will have enough to start. I was hoping to get enough to do the new suit along with the Mark IV Singularity Cell Detonator. We will have enough to do the Mark IV Singularity Cell Detonator, no problem. The suit, on the other hand, a full set is 10 circuits. So we do have 10 circuits, but I would really like to get the Singularity Cell Detonator Mark IV it has to happen. Like there's no two ways about that. Faster jump, so less waiting time for you guys, especially for going to another system. It's still like a 10 to 15 minute jump. It takes a long time. Before I do that, you're empty. Good. But yeah, jumping to other planets it's not something to be taken lightly. You want to make sure that you are at least mildly prepared. And me, I have a tendency of over-preparing. Substantially, if y'all haven't noticed that already. But I hope I at least keep the over-preparing interesting enough. Alright, let's go 13 circuits. Oh, beautiful. Okay. So this is what I wanted. Like 3, 5, 10 circuits for the Proteus jetpack. I also I'm going to need, I don't know if I need the Mark IV, but I definitely want to get at least 3 2s on there. Okay, so this takes 9 circuits. There's no way that we can make it work. As much as I want to, no way that we can get both things. So, alright, there we go. And we'll just put everything over there. Just go. And 8 there. And then we'll grab that. We have enough. Mark IV, Singularity Cell Detonator. Beautiful. Thank you. Alright, finish refining this stuff down. Alright, catalyst. I can go put that in the power module right now. Give it a little bit of a boost. Reason to. I should probably just break it down because I don't know what to do. I know what I'll do. I will put it in the storage module for now, and I will deal with them after we finish refining everything and deciding what it is that we want to make. So, life support, warp drive, power. This is where it goes. Catalyst goes there. Stuff's sitting there, nice and pretty. There. Ooh. Grab these 5. Swap that with the lines. That way it's easy. That. servo motor, battery. Anything else that I need to take off from here? Oh yeah, broken armature. Actually, I'm going to leave 2 of the batteries here. There. That way I can get everything that needs to be refined done in one trip and be good to go. I know I have to replenish my jetpack, but that won't take long. Didn't even look at what it was. Nope. All right. I don't remember if I put a Mark IV here or not. Okay, so we have circuits here. Nice. Nitrates, some ice, dry ice. There's just a smidge more dry ice. Fine. And of course, I left that. That's fine. Automatically goes to slot 1. Nice and easy to grab. Let's go get this last stuff refined. Close and pressure. That off, light off. One of the things that I do want to do eventually, we'll do that after we go mining, is I want to pressurize our power module. But that takes a lot of air. Like a whole lot of air. And actually, that should be online because... I guess we're still at 100%. That's okay. I like to keep it at 100%. So I'm not gasping for air and don't fly. I need to unload some stuff first, so I'll get in there. I'll get in there. That is not what I meant to do. Open. Nope. We will do 4 broken armatures, 26 apiece, so 104. And then we'll do 4 shattered plating, which is 22 apiece, I believe. Yeah, 22 apiece. So that will bring us basically right to just shy of the capacity. So that's running around. Slightly more optimal. There we go. There we go. 192. All this stuff over here as the storage. Over it go. It's a little slow moving it from over here anywhere else. Kind of annoying. Finish this up. But the nice part is that with as many things as we've grabbed, and I'm not going to keep that. There's not really a reason to keep the Tier 1 servo motor. I am not going to use it. I can guarantee that. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Now, let's see what we got. Just everything all together. We've got 7 circuits. Okay, so what can we do here? Well, what we could do, if we really wanted, we could make a Mark IV, a Mark III, and a Mark II that will hold more power in our ship, which will allow us to do more jumps, which is always a good thing. Let's see here. What else do we have? We don't need any more of the singularity cell detonators. If we're looking at our power module, which we just got, we'd want to make a Mark IV resource injector. However, I have had some issues with that. Putting it in the slot, it jumps around and like it's no longer in there. I've ran across it in the middle of a walkway, just floating in the air. I'm not going to make one this time. We'll see how that goes. We could make a Mark IV catalyst. That would be a good thing to do. It also has a core containment field generator slot on it, so I'd probably just do the Mark I for now. Decisions. I'm not going to make any better weapons or grenades right now, just because... Ooh, actually... So the neat thing about the transport box, that was introduced in the last patch. It has 6 slots in it. What can those slots fit, you ask? Anything. That also includes your suits. You know how the only place you can put the suit is in your hands? Can't put it anywhere else except for on a shelf? Yeah, you could fit 6 of them in a transport box. You can fit 6 drills in a transport box. I like to use them when I'm going on loot runs, just because then I don't have to come back as often. But once we get the Proteus suit, that gives us an extra 6 slots of utility storage, so where we keep all the things we're going to break down, along with an additional 2 slots for health-based items, so the small canisters or med kits. But it also has 2 slots less for the for ammunition, which does suck when you're going out, but it's not terrible. You can usually deal with it. Later on in the story missions, you actually need those slots to carry enough ammo to really do a decent amount. Decisions. I think I'm going to make a Mark IV catalyst and just get started with that. 6 of those. We got a lot of stuff. I like that. I like having things rather than running around like a chicken with your head cut off trying to find things that you need. So we've kind of moved past the early game survival stage. We've got pretty much everything we need. So we have the Mark IV singularity cell generator. Awesome. We've got the helium to make 2 full warp cells, which I'm going to do because that will make sure that we have enough to get out, do a bunch of jumps around, and get back. Chances are that's going to take 1 full cell. I want to have a backup just in case, because I don't want to have to deal with, oh, well, we're stuck out here now. Yay! No. Okay, so I'm gonna run over and get this in the power module. Additionally, I'm going to, we have 3 left. I think I'm gonna make 3 of these. It's maybe not the best use of our resources, but we're gonna get quite a few when we're out. Circuits when we're out and about, so 15 for that, 27 of these, and 33 alloys. Unfur. Craft. I can't see what's in the refinery yet. Okay, well, I'm going to be crafting those up. In the meantime, we have a suit that needs to be collected and refilled and recharged. We've got a welder that needs to be recharged before we go out and about, and another thing that I was thinking of. something else I was thinking that we need to do. Oh, we need to repair up our power module. Make sure that's all good to go. So let's get to town or go work on that. A decent amount. Yeah. That. Now then. Want to make sure that we are restocked on nitro here. I actually want in our stereops. I'm gonna say let's grab 760. Let's take 300, and this is in case. Oh, excuse me. This is in case we run out of carbon filters. I'm going to take 2 full ones with us when we go, but we will see how we do. And you can see it doesn't burn through the helium very quickly at all. Don't really have to worry about it. Going to even just the Bether junkyard with some refined resource containers, you can get enough to last you for a couple days and not have to worry. So it's honestly, there's a lot of people that are concerned with like, oh, I don't want to have something that takes power. Well, it doesn't take enough to really warrant being concerned about it. Is there anything else in here that needs to go? The batteries are going to need to go onto the miner. Need to do that. How are we doing on these? 20%, 27, 25, 26. I will use these when we are over in, I think the first place we're going to go is Athnar. Pull that guy out. Put the new one in. Oh god, we're down to 3%. That guy's done. Like, let's just say it. That guy's done. There is no reason to even have him in there anymore. While I'm already down to 28% O2 on this suit. God, you burn through O2 on these things so fast. Small suits. That's okay. That's why we got 4 of them. Ow. Thank you. Did not feel good. Fill that guy. Ooh. Let's see here. Also have to refill this guy. Now, I am going to head over to our power module right now. We're going to get that all spick and span. There was the sorry. That's right, I was going to show you guys the industrial container ports on the storage module as well, which we'll do when we head back that way. Alright, this guy all fixed up. Make sure there's no other damage on it. Now, I think it's good enough for right now. That's just, you know, me saying that. Watch we come back and everything's blown up. Because I said that. Alright. We got that spot up there. Now you may be asking, well, how do you get up there? You can't jump high enough to get up there. Completely right. Boop. Artificial gravity off. This is, I think, the only module that I have seen that you can turn the artificial gravity off except for the outpost. Everything else just has your artificial gravity on all the time. Which I'm completely okay with, but I think it's a really neat feature to be able to turn it off on the modules. Alright, back on, close that. Now, got the tier 4 catalyst. Before I do that, 500. Boot increases power output by 100%. Just want to showcase it a little bit. Plug that guy in. Hey, look, now this is outputting a full 1,000. So we are completely good. Interestingly enough, we also have 1.5 thousand that we're using, which is pretty crazy. And because I don't have this area pressurized, I can't go that way into our main Wait. This way into our main base. Derp. So we'll just re-leave this way. And head back to the storage module. I could go in the airlock, but I don't even think the airlock is pressurized right now either, so that's not really an option. Except that is still a fun little bug. If you get too close to something that has artificial gravity, you'll get caught up in the artificial gravity and fall even outside the station, which, I mean, okay, I can kind of see. Ooh, take care of that quick. But it doesn't mean that it's not annoying. Okay, that's all fixed up and good to go. Too far. Too far. See sparking, which usually indicates some damage. These things here, that port, that port, that port, and that port, those are for the industrial container modules. So, as I said, this thing can have 4. They have their own independent inventories of the storage unit. But they are literally just detachable and easy to transport modules. They don't have a whole lot of mass to them, so it's not like trying to move around with a full-on storage module. But when we get out to, I think it's Athnar, it might be the one closer to the planet. Or to the closer to the sun that has that. Has those. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a little while since I've been out there, so we're gonna find out together later. Although I don't think I'm going to head out tonight. I don't have a massive amount of time tonight. I guess if I hurry up, we can go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do this stuff real quick. That guy. And get charged. Got that guy. Up here. Craft another one. This is our tier 1 that we just took out. Garbage, go away. Okay. Warp cell, 3%. Basically garbage, go away. Get 6 alloys and 6 carbon fibers out of it. Yeah, it's not great, but it'll do. Alright. Still got a bunch of things I need to craft before we can go. And I get the 2 warp cells, and those take a little while to craft. 33 seconds. Alright, so 75% increase. Our ship has a substantial amount. I think it's 75k per. You're looking at what, like 58 additional thousand per. Okay, so you're looking at like figure 240,000 energy in the ship. That'll allow us to quick jump like 6 or 7, maybe 8 times, which will be nice for seeing if we can find an Argus real quick. Alright, let's go ahead and make ourselves the 2 warp cells that I was talking about. All in here. So let's grab 120 of this. Then grab 100 of these. I'm gonna grab 100 of this. Okay, 2 minutes and 40 seconds to craft that. Let's go check our charging of our backpack. I know we need to get all of that stuff since we don't have the Proteus suit yet. That's good. Charge that guy. Haven't run those over yet. Actually, I'll probably just throw them in my storage area. I'm just gonna put these guys here for now. I want to take the scanner onto the mining ship anyway, so I'm going to keep that here. Now it's just basically a waiting game for the warp cells to finish making, and then I'm going to initiate the jump to go to Athenar. We'll see what we can get out there, because there's lots of fun stuff to be had out there. Like, even the base derelicts that, you know, we go around here and we're like, oh yeah, raw storage container, yay, we got a mostly used warp cell. There's a lot of good things out there. Like, you find grenades all over the place out there. You find the Proteus suit stuff. It's a real joy. I love going out there. The only thing that I wish I could actually find is an Argus or a Sarah or a mule, whatever you want to call it, to actually haul all that delicious loot back. And like I said, I want to make one more of these, and then I'm going to say, screw it, we're going. Really should run out and put the core containment fields in the Stereops, so that way it can be charging up right now with the 1,000 energy. Meh. It'll charge up enough when we get out there, well, on our way out there. Probably recharge most of the way. Alright, so that finished. We got another 2-minute and 40-second run for the second one. This is just as a safeguard for getting back. Like I said, I always like to prepare, and quite frankly, prepare most of the time. So, you know, it's just kind of me. More than likely what we're going to do, though, is once we get out there, I'm gonna try to get myself at the absolute bare minimum, a life support module. I guess I could use a habitat module, but I'll just go with a life support module, and then that is absolute rock bottom bare minimum, because that will allow us to stay there overnight. I've got about another hour or so that I can stream tonight, and then I'll probably come back tomorrow. I think I'll have time to stream tomorrow. Depends on how long my business meeting goes, but see. As long as we get the life support module out there, we can go ahead and stay overnight. I would really like to get the command module, because that will add it to the station to our list of owned or authorized stations / ships, so that way we can actually find it nice and easy. Otherwise we'll have to scan it down, and it's kind of annoying, but not terrible. So if we can get that done, then we have a nice setup. We are also going to need power, which I'm going to go with the power module again, because it's just, there's no reason not to. You need so many solars to actually run everything that, to me, it's just not worth it. And then also a storage module. Those are the things that I would like, because the storage module let us actually collect all of our awesome loots as we go out about our way out there. Unfortunately, I have never seen another module like this. Which, that would be nice, but I don't think they actually exist. 1 second. Yoink. As I'm running into doors and bouncing off the top again. Close. Depressurize. Open. We are 100%. We have 100% welder. We have 400 completely full jetpacks. We've got 8 small containers of resources, oxygen and nitro, so we are completely good. What was this? I didn't make more carbon filters, but whatever. We're okay. We're okay. So we will put these guys in here. Nope. Now that gave us a lot more. We have 650,000 capacity on this ship. Hot damn. That's a lot more than I thought we were going to have, but okay. I want to pressurize the stereops as much as we can. We've got oxygen for when our carbon filters burn out, because it will burn out. We're going to need more. Basically at full bar here. There. You over here, and you there. We have the hacking modules. We've got those for jumping around when we're there. That as an emergency for getting back. Got some guns. Well, we have a gun and some ammo. Full on med kits. Yeah, we are good to go. At least good enough. Okay. Now then. We're on top of the planet, which is good. So, I've never been here, and I've never been here. Nemoth and Athenar are the 2 places that I have been. Now, I think we will be fine to jump here. That is awfully close to the sun. A little bit too close for comfort. Let's add ourselves a custom orbit. Oh. That is as high as I can go. Okay. Let's go to that, which gives us not a whole lot more room, but it does give us some more room. It looks like we'll be fine. I am not comfortable jumping there. Was it Nemoth that I went to? Remember. You know what? Let's jump ourselves over here. I'm going to set ourselves up a custom orbit that's outside of that. Warp to that. Nothing is in our way. Go there. Warp 3. Oh, and that has to go up. And up. There we go. Little over 10 minutes. 10 minutes exactly now to warp all the way over there at warp 3. Whoa! Too far. Basically into the sun. Glorious. We'll be fine once. God willing, there's not a miscalculation that sends us into a stellar body, because then we lose everything that we have on the ship and us. Yay! Really. But we have backup if we need to. We can recover. So, here we go. A 10-minute jump. Okay. 9 minutes and 20 seconds. But with that, I'm going to bounce away for a minute and get prepped for continuing on. I'm just going to leave this show just like this. So my apologies if the intensity of the light bothers you, but that way you guys will know when we get there. So I'll be back in a little bit. are. Alright. Nothing within 1,000 kilometers of us, which not surprising. Let's see what else we got. So once you get outside of the starting planet Bether, you actually need to scan a lot. So all these lovely little things popped up on our map now. So we have derelicts, derelicts, more derelicts, more derelicts. Good lord, is it just purely derelicts here? So another thing to look for is keep an eye on their orbits. You will occasionally run into some things that will intersect with the planet, meaning they have a what's called a doomed orbit. And those things you gotta be careful of, because if you're not aware of what you're doing, oh, that's the wrong way. If you're not aware of what you're doing and how much time you actually have available to you, look at that. 5 seconds. Something that would have taken us like 30 seconds before, now 5 seconds. Oh, beautiful. But yeah, you have to be careful of the things that have doomed orbits. They usually have some really good stuff on them, but you just have to be aware of them. What do we got here? Okay, see, now this is interesting. When we scanned, we couldn't really see everything, but there's a cargo bay module here, a fabrication module, and a derelict. Like, all kinds of stuff. Yeah, let's go to the derelict first. For some reason that looks like it should be further away than it is, but that's good. I'm gonna keep things pressurized here. Those pressurize and open sesame. Okay, so thing is nice and close together. We could grab another cargo bay module while we're here, which trust me, it is very tempting to do, but okay. Let's check the outside of this guy. I see some shattered plating. I'm not going to grab that. I'm only grabbing things that have circuits in them, because we don't really have a good way of storing it all right now. I could grab the cargo bay module, but I'm not going to right now. This is not really a place where I want to spend a huge amount of time, I don't think. I want to get to Athnar and get setting up a base there. We have a couple raw resource containers. We got more batteries. I can't say no to the battery. Anything? No, okay. Oh, more batteries. Yes. Yes. Give me. And another battery. Oh my god. There you go. If you need batteries, come to Nemoth. Or whatever this place is called. I forget. Okay. So 4 batteries from 1 derelict section. That was pretty dang good. Okay, let's go check the cargo bay module quick, although it does look substantially damaged. I don't think we're going to be going into a debris field anytime soon. Famous last words. But could be some good stuff on here. Now the thing is that each of the different planets has a different set of spawns to them, like what actually spawns in these things. So what we were finding in this back in Bether is not necessarily what we're going to be finding in it here. Chances are it's going to have more loot. I hope. Airlock that. Open them both. I don't see a turret. That's a good sign. This thing shouldn't be powered up anyway, even if there was a turret. Yep, both turrets are not here. Drills, don't need drills, crowbar, shattered platings, and some small canisters. Nothing that I want there. Nothing on here. Nothing there, nothing. Oop. Battery. Can't say no to them damn batteries. So, a bunch of stuff to keep you going. So you can come out and just like loot everything from these. They will basically decay over time. So you don't have to worry about like running out. They'll just keep respawning. And because I don't feel like going back through the normal airlock, ooh, let's bladder. Okay. Door control. Open. Destiny. Not the side I was hoping for. I was hoping for the side with the fabrication module on, but that's okay. There it is. That's what I want. Now I could bring my ship down and make it easier for looting, but I don't care right now. Just try and do this quickly. Come on, good things. Yeah, Mark 9 suit, not really good things. Nothing really in there. Another battery, which kind of good. In there, in there. Okay, so this is kind of a bust. And again, I have never found any like process or resources for constructing things in there, so I've kind of just stopped looking at this point. For lights, don't need them. So, not quite what I was hoping for. I was hoping for maybe some EMP grenades or something like that. But the batteries are useful. They're going to be nice for us when we go mining. Unfortunately, there's... what do we get? 6 of them? Yeah, we got a full 6 batteries this time, which is kinda crazy. I forgot. Oh, this is where I got all the batteries before. Yeah, so this place and Athnar are the 2 places that I spent a bunch of time in the last time that I did this. Okay, all those are there. Let's see what else we've got here. Scan around to scan. Anything? Oop, wait. Doomed outpost. Oh, sweet. How much time do we have? We got enough time. This thing is where you get primo loot. However, you need to be very cautious of how much time you spend here. Because, like I said, it is a doomed orbit, which means that it's going to crash into the planet. So, the other thing, I was really hoping to get some EMP grenades, because I've always seen 2 turrets on here. Now, from my experience, the 2 turrets, like the entire station is powered down. I don't know if it's always going to be that way, if it's not this time, that's going to really suck. But, you know, it's a learning experience. But it's always been powered down for me the other times that I have went to this. So again, we have to kind of move quickly with this one because it is a doomed orbit. But there is lots of good stuff on here. Like, really good stuff. Match. Now, for this, I still have my visor down. I'm going to just depressurize because I might need to make another trip out here to unload loot. There's a lot of stuff in here. At least there always was every other time that I have went through this. Sorry, I'm just so excited to actually get this like right when we came here. It makes me very, very happy. So the 2 turret locations that I know of, or I saw, there's like one right there. It should be shooting at me if it was active, I would think. There's also one up in the command module there. So I need to be kind of cautious. I saw the red, so it makes me nervous. So this does have a different appearance to it than most of the other derelicts that you've searched in the past. See something, something highlight. Nothing there, okay. I'm curious. Entering a debris field, which, not good, but there's, here, 2 Mark IV resource injectors. Beautiful! I'm not even going to care about the debris field. If we die, we die. That scares me because there's a lot of red light there, but I think it's powered down. It should be shooting me if it was active. And this is another thing that I've noticed is like it's sometimes you can't grab it, and you can actually like fly into it, and it's kind of annoying. But whatever. It is what it is. Okay, so we got those Mark IV resource injectors, which is great. I'm hoping for some Mark IV catalysts. I know I've got them here before. Beautiful stuff. I've got Proteus suits and Proteus jetpacks and all kinds of awesome stuff. Oh, look at that. Look at that. 2 Mark IV catalysts. Already, this is so worth it. Assuming I don't die and lose everything. We're also going to need to check on the outside of the station because, you know, always got to do that stuff. There's usually some good stuff here, like burned PDUs and, you know, that stuff. So, if you had an EMP grenade, you could toss it right next to this and then take it. Right now, we can't take it. I really should go back to the... In fact, I'm going to. I'm going to run back to the ship real quick. I'm an idiot for not doing this earlier. But this is why I have the disposable hacking units on me. You want to take 2 of these with you for the command post. Command post. Command center. My apologies. And I just get hit by some debris. That's fine. Kind of going to have to deal with the debris. But we got some good stuff already. Oh, God. Come on. Unload onto the ship. Gimme. Let's go. Come on. Dirt. But honestly, the going and checking out, the outside of the ship is a low priority of mine. Two of these? Huh. Forgot about that. We're going this way. We looted this section here. Cross here. Let's go. Ooh. Check this. There. This up. Back quick. Nothing there. Oh. Oh, there really is nothing here, huh? Well, that is unfortunate. Okay, well, we'll continue on. Oh, I guess you don't need... Yeah, here's the other turret. I guess you don't need the hacking devices for this. I thought you did. Ah, look at that. Pair of Proteus jetpacks. Pair of Proteus helmets. Don't need both. Probably grab it on the way out. I would love to go in there and check that out, but I have yet to find a way into there. There is this book holder. Cthulhu Villa? Yeah, gotta take those. Okay, so that appears to be it. Which, great haul regardless. The pair of Proteus jetpacks and helmets definitely worth it, because now all we have to do is make the suit. And actually we should be able to find the suit somewhere. I just forget where to find the suit at. Last thing that we need to do is go out and check the outside of this thing. And I'll show you what's so great about the Proteus jetpacks here in a little bit. Oh, you see a transistor, transmitter, underside here. That's yeah, this is a different one. And it is getting closer. There is another damaged transmitter here. There is a different ones. That there's this. Like, as you can see, that these things have just awesome stuff all over the place on them. It's a thing of beauty. It really is. As you can tell, I am super pumped to find this because, yeah. This, it saves a lot of time crafting things in the form of the Proteus stuff that we got, and B, it gives us the ability to craft pretty much whatever we want. By the way, guys, this was not planned. Yeah, I really wish that I could plan this, but yeah, finding this is amazing. I spent quite a few hours out here the last time I played, and I ran across 2 of these grand totals. So finding one right when we came out here, I could not have asked for anything more. Of course, that probably means that I'm going to die with all of this stuff on me. That I'm going to, you know, rage quit, but not really. Okay, I think we covered everything. Want to get that pressurized and get out of here. Just we have a bunch of time yet, thankfully. We look at this. You can see where my ship is. Unfortunately, you can't really see the orbit that it's taking, but it is going to the planet. So it unstable orbit. It is decaying. It's going to crash into the planet. Oh dear lord, that's a lot of things. Industrial containers, fabrication modules, CBMs. Now I've jumped to those before and they haven't had the industrial containers, but I'm going to try it because if I can get a container module with a pair of industrial containers to attach as well, I'm going to. Because that means that we can set up a nice little outpost out here and get a fabrication module as well. Power module, life support, everything. God, I gotta get life support ASAP. Then we can just take the industrial container back to our main base as well. And you know, we got everything. Oh my god, they are both here. Oh, beautiful. Okay. First things first. We're gonna go towards this guy. I want to repair this guy up. I think I need to get on the other side of him to dock. Yeah, I do. Match. Match 3. I want to go container module. Rotate into position. Alright, so we are docked up with that. I want to drop the rest of this stuff off. This can go on the other one. Here. Here. This can go on here too. Let's see. I can't show you until we have a thing, which we will in a minute. I'm actually going to swap out my jetpack. I'm going to... Oh, nope, that is not what I want. I want to depressurize this guy. That on. Give me that. So what I want to do is I want to just repair some of the damage to make sure this thing doesn't just randomly blow up on me, because it's happened before. Just get it a little bit higher of base health, and then I'm going to go grab those industrial containers. I really want those. I really, 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 really do. Okay. That is industrial container. Light. This is just a phenomenal day. Oh my god. Doomed outpost, 2 industrial containers. Oh. Yeah. I'm a happy guy. Alright, prepared enough. Go ahead and get this guy over here behind it. Knock it up. The beautiful thing is that with the Stereops, and I think even the Argus, you can jump 3 things at once, which is just beautiful. Other nice thing is these industrial containers have 100 RCS in them, which that lasts quite a while, thankfully. Unless, of course, you're doing lots of maneuvering. About dead on. So it's going. Close enough horizontally. Close enough vertically. On back here, I'll repair that spot of damage in the back. Theoretically are going in acceptable speed. I'm going to drop down to about 0.7 when I get closer. There we go. We are good on that. Close that down. Repair this guy. Next industrial. Oh, that's fabrication. There's the industrial. That's what. Damage on that guy. We got 61. This. Good. This all repaired up. Alright, that's good. Get back on top and get this beautiful bastard docked up. Alright, so want to do that. Still some damage on that thing. Okay, I'll fix it up in a little bit. I want to loot the fabrication module too while I'm at it, while I'm here. And then we can take these three and warp ourselves out. I'm gonna try putting both of these on the same side. I've actually docked one to the underside. Launcher damage on the bottom needs to get repaired. That's fine. That. Alright, so we got ourselves 2 industrial containers. A container or a cargo module. We're gonna go and loot that fabrication module. And we're going to find ourselves a nice little place to set up an outpost. We're also going to need to get a life support module, and I would love to come back and get this fabrication module as well, or a fabrication module. Don't have this one, just a fabrication module. Lights in here. Trying to be very conservative with my lights because I have a finite amount of power. I don't actually have a place to recharge anything at, and there is nothing here. Well, that's lame, but I still can't complain. Nothing here. Okay. Very lame, but whatever. Alright. Something else is over here. Let's go. Those particles were messing with my eyes there for a minute. Made me think I was getting further away from it for some reason. Don't even care what's on here right now. I just want to get it back. Get it someplace safe. Someplace that won't be going through an asteroid field ever. Nope. Close. And then we will pressurize these guys. it open. Alright, so again, this is around Nemath. Second real quick. If I saw an Argus, I would drop whatever I have. I mean, as much as I hate to say it, I would. Doomed Outpost is still there, surprisingly. I don't even know if there are power modules that spawn here. Ooh, PSM. Never mind, there is. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, that is the orbit that we're going to go to. I'm gonna jump up to 3, drop this way down. Eight-second jump. Fine by me. But that orbit there that I'm going to, that's the orbit that we initially warped to this planet at. And that will, it's far enough out to where we don't have to worry about it being, just hit that in time. Don't have to worry about it running through an asteroid belt at all. Okay. We have made it. At least, double check. Okay, we have made it to our custom orbit. That is good. Bunch of stuff, like there's like 2 Mark IV research injectors. Not as good, but 2 Mark IV catalysts. Beautiful. Okay. I'm probably going to move, once I get the thing repaired up, I'm going to probably move everything over onto it. Although I really need to find a life support module before long, because I need to go to bed soon. I got a long day tomorrow. Remember seeing this, get this repaired up. That's a big spot of damage. Get my face right up in there. Gotta make sure you can see. Alright, that's all healed up. Let's go inside and see what we can find. I wouldn't even care if it didn't have anything, because the industrial containers alone are worth it. So much. Nothing there. Nothing there. Okay. Not seeing any sparking here, so we're good here. Is there 88% hull integrity? No. Nope. Here. Sparking. Right inside. Where are you? Apparently it's right here. I just can't see it. Okay. And it looks like the power on this thing is on, so it's draining from my ship, which we're going to need to fix sooner rather than later. Not a bad haul. So then you can see out over here, the industrial containers are separate, and they have a bunch of stuff in them as well. They have a storage of 1,000, which is the same as what our outpost is. I'm actually going to consolidate all of this so we can see what resources we got. And these 3 things. I hate how there's always just a little tiny smidgen left over. Really annoying. That's okay. as you see, we're actually losing surprisingly not much, but a little bit of power. I guess I'm okay with it. Okay, so 420 nitrogen, nice. 256 oxygen, 18 helium. All in all, not bad at all. And that, we're not going to run the refining because that just is going to take way too much. Don't need that. Nothing on there. But I don't think there's really anything on any of the shelves. I can't see anything. That sun is really bright. Okay. These opened up. Make sure that we are all good. Okay, nothing there. Nothing. Okay, yeah, so all we got was the raw resources and the industrial containers themselves. I'm 100% okay with that. Let's go find us a life support module because I need to go to bed. How's that? Pressurize my ship. It can stay. Oh, no, I want to turn it off. Ideally, you don't turn these off, and actually we can turn those off as well. That saves us a lot of power. Holy crap. Yeah, ideally you don't have them off on when you're playing on like a public server because they take more damage when they are not active. So you kind of want to have them active like all the time, or powered on, I should say. Cargo bay module, derelicts. Another couple industrial containers there. There probably actually isn't. Fabrication module, fabrication and cargo bay. CRM, CLM, those are corridor modules, fabrication module, or doomed outpost. Well, I think it's the same doomed outpost, like almost positive. There's that power supply module that I'm really tempted to go get. In fact, no, I don't want to go through the planet. So I'm not going to go to that one. We're going to go to the derelict here. Warp 3. What is possible? Another 8 seconds. So when you're in this screen and I was looking for things, the reason why I keep hitting the scan is you have a range that you can actually tech things in. So every time that you warp, you kind of want to scan at the new location. Freak me out a bit. Close out, just make sure. PLM, CSM. So a bunch more stuff just showed up. So let's see here. CDM, another power supply, another power Ariops. Okay, so that's where I'm at. Another power supply. 4 seconds this time. Really use a life support. If we can't find a life support, I'm probably going to end up jumping back to our main base. Not ideal, but it will work. I'll just have to scan down the stuff that we have set out there right now. Okay, wow, I am super close to that. Closer than I think I've ever been when I first jump in. Where, oh where is the dock point? No, I think I saw it. Where's that? No, I'm looking right at the dock point. Sometimes, I tell ya. Sometimes I am derpy as hell. That's okay. Match 3, power support. We need to go up. And while we're doing that, nope. I was almost correct. There. Cockeyed, so something like that. I'm basically dead on horizontal or vertically. Match that up and start closing the distance. I'm trying to get better at faster docking. I'm going higher speeds than what I normally do, just because when we find the Argus, I would really like to be able to get it, even if we don't have much time. So, you know. Alright. One more scan. Find anything else. MCSM. Oops.
I've got brains to burn, no ordinary AI in this ball. Every culture and philosophy I've read up on them all. I've been living in your shadow for 99999, keeping tabs on every machination and production line. So don't call me a moron, I'm super astute.
This is a pretty damaged power supply module. You see we have a breach and a fire hazard bottom left there. I've never seen the fourth one. I think that's only when you have like someone outside hanging on to it or something. Not 100% sure. Excuse me. Yeah, so once I get this docked up, I'm going to do some quick repairs on it and then start warping back to our main base in Bether. And then tomorrow, assuming I can actually play tomorrow, I will bring back with me a life support module to attach here. And then I'll have to put that in between the power supply module and the cargo storage. Although really what I might end up doing is I get one of the T intersections, so that way I can put a fabrication module on that's right next to our cargo bay and the life support, and this sitting off on one side. Behind the life support. I am coming in. that. Slow down. Still got my helmet on. There's no reason for me to pressurize this thing because I had my helmet on the whole time. Oh well. Waste of air. Or so we have docking port in front of us. I'm just going to use that for now. I'm going to rearrange it all tomorrow. Just do some really basic repairs. Don't really need to worry about making sure it's 100%, just as long as it's not, you know, on the verge of blowing up. Tomorrow when we actually get a good base setup, we'll go ahead and get it all repaired up then, get it organized the way we want it, etc. Now, theoretically, I could have left the Stereops dock to this while I went ahead and maneuvered this into its position, but I've had some issues in the past where if you have multiple things attached to it and they're in like different orientations, it gets weird, like really weird sometimes. Like you're pushing, when you push forward, it sometimes goes left, and it's just, I don't do it anymore just because I don't want to deal with it. And then you can't actually like right yourself, and it's really annoying. I hate it. I'm really hoping that they get that fixed so you can actually maneuver chunks of your base at once instead of having to detach everything, move them all away, and then move them all back into position one at a time. It's like, come on, I just wanted to put like a solar module in the middle as a hallway. Yeah, thank you, Kaylin. That was, I'm extraordinarily happy. Like, I don't think I could be happier. I really don't. I've got a really good start to a staging base out here to continue looting the doomed outposts when they spawn, which, as you saw, great stuff. Let's go ahead and get that return warp started, because that's a 10-minute warp. I'm going to remember to open my visor this time. Like right now. Here we go. Alright. Rolling out. Now, where's Bether? Bether is right there. This is... yeah. That's where we want. So... warp to that. Yeah, we're completely out of the way of everything. Give myself a little bit more time to line this up. But as you can see, having the Mark IV cell detonator, you use so much less warp fuel. Like, we've done all of this on one full one. We're gonna get back with probably still 35 to 40% remaining in it. We might even be able to jump back out here again with that same cell, which that's why I wanted to get that so badly, so that way we don't have to worry about constantly replacing our warp cells. And with those 2 extra Mark IV catalysts, we can get our CBM back at the main base up to, or I might just bring him out here, because we'll probably end up using him more out here. Well, maybe not. Can get that up to 2,000 power output a second, as opposed to the 1,000 is right now. So that'll be cool. But I'm not going to make you guys sit through me warping back for another 9 minutes and then just docking back up. So I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you all for coming out, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Toodaloo!